Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my first unboxing I've done in a while, and as you can see, Nintendo released the Super Nintendo today. No, not this Super Nintendo. This Super Nintendo. So this is the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, which is a miniaturized version of the original Super Nintendo, and it comes with 21 pre-installed games, including the never-before-released Star Fox 2. So I'm going to unbox it and show you guys what all is inside. Let's take a look. So before I go ahead and show you guys what everything inside looks like, I do want to show you a closer look at the box. This is a very nice quality box, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, very similar to the original Super Nintendo's box. Really cool, and as you can see on the inside flap, now you're playing with superpower. And then on the back here we have the box art, some screenshots, and a complete list of all the games on the system. Pretty good list. There's some really great games on there. Right off the bat, I know a lot of people are going to be excited about Earthbound. For me, it's all about Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country. Those were two of my favorites. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other side. The Super Nintendo controller, I'll give you guys a closer look at that and a comparison to the original Super Nintendo controllers towards the end of the video. But they connect to the Wii remotes, so you can use these like classic controllers when you're playing Wii games. You can use it on your Wii and your Wii U. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything that comes inside. So right here, I'll give you guys a closer look at this. This is the instruction book, I believe, and a poster. So right here we've got the system itself. So let's see if I can pull it out of here one-handed. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. So this is the system. Obviously the cartridge slot is just carved in. It doesn't work. It's too small for that. So you have the power buttons, which are just notches that slide up and down. It uses HDMI, and it's powered by a USB micro cable. And of course, same deal with the controller port, with the cartridge deck. The controller port is not an actual controller port. This pops out, and what it reveals is, if I can get it open, right there you guys can see, that is a classic controller connector. So if you want, you actually don't even have to use the controllers that this system comes with. You could actually just use regular old Wii Classic controllers. But why would you want to do that? So we have the power brick for plugging the system in. Let's take a look here. This is the USB cable, again, for plugging it in. And we have, these are the controllers. So let's take a look at these. Like I said, I will give you guys a little comparison video comparing this to an original Super Nintendo controller. It feels identical to me. It's been a while since I've held a real Super Nintendo controller, but this really feels identical. And then of course, as mentioned, it has the classic controller plug. So you got two of those controllers. No need to unwrap the second one. And then the last thing you get is the HDMI cable, which is pretty cool. This way here you don't need to go out and buy another HDMI cable to hook up your system. So there you have it. Everything that comes with the Super Nintendo. Gonna give you guys another look at the poster and the controllers. Alright, so here's a closer look at the controllers in comparison to an original controller. Now this one right here, this is an original Super Nintendo controller. This is the controller connector, as you can see. The size is pretty identical. About the same dimensions. Seems to be exactly the same. The only real difference I can tell is instead of on this one where you can see the words Super Nintendo Entertainment System are painted on, over here you have the word Nintendo is carved into the controller. Then you flip it over, and of course they had to update the patents and everything. So yeah, the controller is pretty identical. I don't think using this controller on the mini system or on your Wii or your Wii U versus using this controller on an authentic system is going to feel any different. I believe it's going to give you a very authentic experience, which is really cool. This is something that I've been wanting for a while, one of these controllers that can connect to a Wii remote, ever since the Virtual Console came out. Now, they did have controllers like that for Club Nintendo in Japan, back when Club Nintendo was a thing, but they never came to America. So we're finally getting them, even if you had to buy another system to get it, which is still not bad, because the Super Nintendo is a great system. So let's go ahead and take a look at the posters now. So as you can see on this side of the poster, you have the instruction books telling you how to hook it up and everything, which probably not very hard to do. But on this side, we have a Super Nintendo poster. So I'll go ahead and zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can all see, get a close-up shot. Gives you a little details about the game, shows you some screenshots, the title screen, some shots from in the game. And you guys can pause this if you want to read more details off of the poster. But that's very cool. I remember the original Super Nintendo, I'm pretty sure, also came with a poster. So that's pretty awesome. Very keeping with the retro theme. I'm so glad Nintendo did this, put out a Super Nintendo mini system. When they announced that they were putting out the NES Classic Edition, right away I jumped to, I hope they make a Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Now, the NES was a great system, there's no arguing that. However, it was a little bit before my time, so even though I have had experience playing the games, some of the favorite games, Super Mario Bros., Legend of Zelda, the Mega Man series, it wasn't really until the Super Nintendo that I really started to become a hardcore gamer. Like I said, games like Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, there's so many great games for the Super Nintendo, and the 16-bit era is still to this day one of my favorite ways to play games. So there you guys have it. That's my unboxing for the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. I will in the near future try to do a review for the system, let you guys see some inside details about the games that you can play, how well they're emulated, because this system does emulate the games. Give a little feedback on whether or not they work well, and all kinds of details, so I hope you guys will look forward to that. In the meantime, go check out some of our other videos. We have lots of gaming videos. I'm currently playing through The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Well, speaking of the Super Nintendo topic, my friend is playing through Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. So if you want to go check out some of our other videos, we'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, find us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you next time. Bye!